So I'm JP McMichael with Catalyst of Change Associates. This is Adopt a Cop 100 Days of Prayer for the Blue. So today I'm going to be referencing James 2:13, and James 2:13 says this: Judgment is without mercy for those who have shown no mercy. Mercy triumphs over judgment. Now today is going to be the last official day of me posting these short videos on here, as Bob has requested, and I'm going to continue to do that, to continue to do these videos as long as it's okay with him and everyone else. I think these have been beneficial for me. I've gotten a lot of good feedback off of them, but they've been especially great for me because it's got me back into doing daily Bible study, looking at verses and looking on how they help me reflect on my life and what's going on around us now in the country. So I'm going to continue to do these. I may not get them in every day, but I'm going to try to. So what I want to talk about today, and why I'm referencing James 2:13, is because in this country we are very quick to judge. And usually we are judging without any basis. It's by looking at appearances. It's off of other people's opinions, other things people have said. You may watch something on the news, see something on social media, and without looking into it, you're quick to judge. And it is very important not to do that. Not only because our blueprint tells us that, but because we miss out on meeting so many great people because of our judgments, and because of the fact that we are quick to make judgments based on other people's opinions and other people's words without interacting with people ourselves, and without actually sitting and talking to the person or researching whatever the issue is that we're making the judgment on. We are told, and I referenced this earlier this week, we're told to turn the other cheek. You never saw Jesus, when you go through the Bible, you never see Jesus pass judgment on anybody. It's always the people that we as society would least expect him to use are the ones that get used to share his message and to share his teachings and to help glorify him. And I'm an example of that, because nobody would look at me and think this guy's going to go out and this guy's going to speak and people are going to listen and they're going to find what he says to be beneficial. I've been in law enforcement for 23 years. I used to wrestle, I used to fight. People look at me and they see jock. They see this big guy. I don't think most people look past that. I hear all the time that I can be intimidating, that I'm scary, whatever that is. People don't look at the fact that I've written kids' books, that I've got my master's degree, that I'm working on a book, that I go out and speak, and that my life does not revolve around sports. It doesn't revolve around work anymore. I like to think that I have very many dimensions to me, and that I actually enjoy sitting down and talking to people that have the opposite argument of me so that I can learn something from it. Because if we all sit and we all have the similar opinion, or we only hang out with people that have those similar opinions, what are we going to learn from it? How boring is life going to be if we're all the same people? One of my favorite stories from the Bible is the woman at the well. And throughout the Bible, where you see Jesus being a servant to others, that when people read it, they think, why would he be a servant to these people? When you look at the woman at the well, if that happened today, if that was one of us, would one of us do that? Would we invite her in? Probably not. You know, I'm very fortunate too that I get to teach at Marymount University, and they are very focused on the success of their students and inclusion of everybody. And we have a lot of students that come from overseas that may not be as proficient as you or I in the English language. And where you go to some schools or you watch people around this country, and I've seen it at this coffee shop that I used to study at all the time, that is run by two brothers that are from Pakistan that I'm very good friends with. And I would see people come in and be very judgmental of them, very judgmental of the younger people that work there, just because of the way that they speak, or the fact that they may not be able to understand exactly what they're saying, or they may have to ask them again to repeat an order. And people act like they're getting put out by it. And that always just bothers me, that people come in and they have this mentality that they're better than somebody else. You need to humble yourself. And you need to stop thinking that because you live in a certain area, or because somebody may be homeless, or somebody may be down on their luck, or they may not be dressed as nice as you, or they don't have the fancy letters after their name. The whole idea that people think they're better than other people, you don't realize what you're missing out on. When you look at the Bible and you think about Jesus, how many people now that Jesus walked by them would acknowledge him? How many would stop to talk, or to listen for that matter? I've seen several of these social experiments where a pastor will sit outside of his church or her church dressed as a homeless individual, and they do it to see how parishioners are going to act towards them. The ones I've seen, for the most part, people are very gracious. And I'm hoping that that is just their genuine nature and not because they're in front of their church. Really, when you take the time to get to know somebody, to talk to them, to listen to them, no matter where they're from, what their economic class is, what they look like, what they sound like, you get to learn some very valuable lessons along your journey. So take the time to get to know some people that you haven't talked to before. Take the time to give a simple hello to somebody you may never say hello to, but you see them all the time. Because I guarantee you, you're going to learn some valuable lessons from those individuals that cross your path when you open your mind, you open your heart, and you let people in, and you stop judging. So there, I will leave you with that. I hope everybody has a great night. For those of you that are working tonight, my brothers and sisters that are out on the street right now, watch each other's back, take care of yourself, be safe, get home to your families. My brothers and sisters that are protecting this great country of ours at home and abroad, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you do. Be safe, and thank each and every one of you from this site that has reached out to me, that has sent me a message, that has left a comment, just letting me know what you think about the videos, and especially the people that have told me that my words have reached out to them. You don't know how much that means to me. It's greatly appreciated. And Bob, thank you again for the opportunity to do this, and I'm going to continue to do this as long as it is okay with you, brother. I greatly appreciate the opportunity, and thank you for all that you do with Warrior Heart USA. The work you do is amazing. God bless you guys. Be safe, and I will talk to you later.